Good morning, top of the morning, top of the morning. What's happening? Good morning, people. Well, guys, I want to talk to you today. There was a concern that's on my heart, and I want to kind of talk to you as men, man-to-man talk today. I know usually, I do videos about women and what they need to be doing, but, there's a concern that needs to be addressed. And this concern is that I know that a lot of men will, you got a good family, you got a good wife and all this different stuff, but for some reason, it's hard to stay faithful, right? And so I want to kind of encourage you with some tips to help you stay faithful to the woman you got. Because one of the things that you'll notice, okay, and you don't have to take my word for it, just watch with your own eyes. Observe with your own eyes what's going on with some of your friends, okay? Some of your friends, some of your coworkers, some other people some other guys. Here's what's going on with them, okay? What's going on with them is that, they in the same situation. Y'all all got a nice family and everything else. And then, he go to work or he goes somewhere and he bumps into this lady, that just seems to have caught his eye. And he really wasn't intending to cheat, but she just happened to have caught his eye, right? All right. Now he grinning and skinning and grinning and showing his teeth to her. She's skinning and grinning and showing his teeth to him. And now they get caught up, let's just go to lunch. Let's just go da-da-da. Now she pouring out her emotional heart to him and he's soaking it all up. And now next thing you know, he done slept with her. Now he say, okay, well, I done made a mistake. He goes home, he feel guilty, right? And then after he feel guilty, but he don't know how to shut it off because now the thrill is on. It's just the thrill of something new, touching on something new, right? But meanwhile, you're feeling guilty because now you got to go home. And the first step, watch what happens, consequence. First step of what happens is now you become a liar and a cheater because there's no way you can divorce the two. Oh, the camera right here. I'm always thinking this over there. You cannot divorce the two. When you become a cheater, you're automatically going to become a liar. Automatically. Unless you're just one of them raw people who just like, hey, you know what, babe? Guess what I had for lunch? Baby, what you had for lunch? I forgot to pack your lunch for you, honey. I'm so sorry. Oh, don't worry about it. I had Susie for lunch. See? Unless you're one of them dudes who just don't care nothing about your woman, you're going to end up coming home smiling and kissing her and holding her and all this kind of things like you really cherishing her. But the truth is, you feeling guilty within your heart. So now you're full of conflict. Conflicts of life, because that's what we deal with, conflict. So now you're going through an emotional conflict. It's hard for you to focus because now you got sugar mama over here, that you connected with. Unintentionally, maybe. Okay, no problem. We understand. Unintentionally, you connected with sugar mama over here, but now you're going home to your faithful wife who's asking you, babe, I got your dinner ready. Hold on. Whoa. I got a faithful woman who's cooking me dinner, but then I got this sugar mama over here who's giving me an emotional thrill. Are you hearing what I'm saying? And for the ladies, if you're tuning in, I want you to hear this because I want to weave in what's going on behind the scenes. Sometimes in a relationship, and this is why a lot of people start cheating. Now, I'm not justifying men at all because women cheat too. So this goes to all cheaters globally because it happens both ways. I can't tell you the number of men who contact me because they're getting cheated on too. So this particular statement is going global to both sides, and then I'll get back to my point. One of the reasons why couples are finding themselves in between thighs of other people who they don't belong with is because they may be in a very good relationship, but it has become stale. Are you guys hearing me? It has become stale. It has become routine. One of the biggest ways that you can become stale and routine in your relationship is by putting all your love and emphasis on them children. You hear what I'm saying? When you put all your love and emphasis on them children, you got to remember there was a spouse or a significant other who you created them children with. So don't neglect the other spouse and going out on dates and just, getting a spa bath or something fun to keep the spice going on in the relationship. I cannot tell you the number of people who ended up just simply looking, they weren't even trying to cheat, but they just happened to just felt a little spark of energy because guess what? This is exciting. Why? Because your relationship is boring. All right. So that's just a side tip for those who's tuned in, ladies and men. Now back to the guys. Guys, let me wake you up and massage your thinking this morning. Because here's the deal. There will always be attractive people on the planet. Always. And don't for a minute think that your woman, who you may think is now, well, she's my woman. We've been together for a long time. Don't you ever think there's not a man out there who does not think your woman is attractive. You may have thought, well, she just, Ann or Janice or, whatever your wife's name is or whatever, you may think, oh, she ain't all that no more because, she just my wife. But this one over here, she just real man. She just man. She all put together. While you thinking that, somebody's thinking that about your woman. See, this is why you just need to stay at home. There's in Proverbs chapter, and I forgot I think it's chapter 6. But look through Proverbs in the early chapters. There's a Bible chapter that's all about getting snared by this attractive woman. Now, I'm not saying the other woman is trying to purposely trap you, even though a lot of women do. They know, they sing your ring wrong. Look, when you was walking to the bathroom before she gave you the googly eyes, she had already glanced and saw that ring on your finger, but she didn't care. Why? Because she need a man, and she don't care who she takes. That's the way some of these women are. That's why you got to be careful. Because one of the things she knows it's going to cost you something, but the truth is, bro, think about it. What is it actually going to cost her? She ain't got nobody anyway. So it ain't going to cost her nothing. It's your little dingaling is free to her. She can pleasure herself and walk away, and the consequences will fall on you. Because your beautiful wife and your children and everything else is going to be gone. Because don't think for a minute there will not be a consequence. Yes, there will always be a consequence. Always. Let me help you understand why. Now, I know we got people all over the world who tune into us and all this kind of stuff, but I want to give a little spiritual tip. Let me tell you what's really going on behind the scenes, why you really got to guard your heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart, bro. Let me tell you what's really going on. What happened is, if you're in a faithful family, y'all got to watch what I'm about to tell you. Oh my God, this is deep. In order to destroy a society, hear me good on this, and share this part right here, because I'm dropping the bomb nugget. In order to destroy any society, you have to destroy the family nucleus. Hear me good. You have to. Because anywhere there is a strong family nucleus all over the place, you have a strong society. It's not about a strong military. It's not about a strong president. It's not about a strong Democratic or Republican leader. It's got nothing to do with that. Your society will fall or it will rise based on the strength of the families that exist within it. You check through all history and you will realize that. So where are you going with that, Brother Pat? What does this got to do with me falling in, put my dingling in between this girl's thighs, and how do I get out of it? I'm going somewhere, just pay attention. Okay, I'm giving you a history lesson so you'll know what's really going on behind the scenes. Because it's a bigger picture situation going on, and because she's so fine, you can't see it. So I'm going to help you get the global idea in your head. So here's what's going on. Anywhere where a male leader who's supposed to lead his family is, he will be under great attack. He will be under attack. If you don't believe me, look at society. How many empty homes, when I say empty, I ain't saying ain't no people in it. It ain't no male. Ain't no male in it. Ain't no man leading that home. So therefore, you see much chaos in society. You see kids who are unruly and mean and killing and doing all these things. Why? Because if I remove the male out of the home and he's no longer being a good leader of his home, then I have just captured another part of society. Now, who's doing all this attacking? Glad you asked. God is the one who established marriage and relationship. So who do you think is trying to tear it apart? Do you get what I'm saying? Now, I am not trying to get overly spiritual, but you got to look at, you're literally under attack. You're in the middle of a war for you. Because if I could take the male out, that leaves the mama at home to raise the boy. And mama, as good as she is at trying to raise a male child, she is not a man. So the things that the man is supposed to teach to his children will never be taught. And in essence, excuse me, I almost choked on that. The generational curse will continue. Why? All because you was attracted to the other woman and you thought you just had to have her thighs. You just couldn't resist the touch. And now you're out of the home because your wife kicked you out. Kids don't want to have nothing to do with you. And now that you can have the woman can have all of you. Now all of a sudden now she acting funny. See, because here's the reason why. You was only fun to her when she was stealing and sneaking you. See? Secret lovers. Remember that? Secret lovers. See, when it was a secret, it was fun. Now that it's exposed and y'all can have each other, the thrill, notice what I said, the thrill is over. This is why I said earlier to the couples, you cannot let your relationship die and get boring. That's why the others have doorways to creep in, because they provide that excitement and that passion and that fire that your relationship is missing. It's not that you're not a good woman. It's not that you're not a good man. It's just that y'all boring. And then somebody else comes in and they provide that little spark of excitement. Now you getting all woozy up in your head thinking they the best thing since sliced bread. Oh, well, how can I keep my wife and how can I keep my excitement? See, that's what you're talking about. How can I keep my wife and how can I keep my excitement? And in the end, you're losing both. Now you sitting over there crying. Now you sitting up there trying to hang out at the bar, nursing a little drink. That little vodka drink, that little thing where they put a little, like 6 drips of drink inside of it. You understand what I'm saying? And you got that little straw and you ain't got no money because your wife took all of it with the kids. And now you nursing that little drink in your hand, staring at the, sitting up against the wall, looking like paint. You look like a light fixture against the wall. Why? Because you fell for the foolery. Satan got you, bro. Did you hear what I said? Satan got you, bro. That's who's really trying to attack you. He's fooling with you. He already knows the end consequence. He set you up. And he set you up with the right woman who had the right dress and the right red bottoms or whatever your flavor is, because every male got a flavor. And he sent the right flavor of woman in your direction. And you fell for it. And when you fail, listen to what I'm saying. When you fail for her foolery. And you end up falling out of life. You destroyed your own family because of tweaking after that woman's behind. Look. Now, let's just be real. Okay, so what? She looks nice. Here's what you got to understand. She may look nice, but she is not my business. Always say that. She may look nice, but she ain't none of my business. That's somebody else's problem, not mine. You understand what I'm saying? She ain't none of my business. None. Ladies, let me talk to you, because see, when I'm talking to the guys, let's not neglect the fact that you be lusting too. Come on now, especially with your little girlfriends. Girl, he's so fine. Yeah, but he ain't yours. I know y'all are radars. Let me tell y'all, women, y'all are something. Y'all can spot a man's wedding ring from 10 miles away. So don't say that you didn't know he was married. You saw that wedding ring. So what, he fine? So what, he got muscles? So what, he attractive? He is not yours. Keep your hot tail at home. Because here's what you got to think about. Okay? And I just want to switch topics for a minute and talk to the women. Because some of y'all are just foolish. You're so thirsty for a man, you don't care whether he belongs to somebody else or not. That's like reaching your hand. I'm sitting at the dinner table or at a restaurant, and you sitting at the next table over, and because you couldn't afford to buy a steak and you got a hamburger, you just feel the need to reach over and touch my steak. Girl, you gonna die. Don't you touch my steak meat, even though I don't eat steak no more, but you get the point. It ain't yours. I don't care how good it look. It's not yours. So just because you want something doesn't mean you have a right to take it. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Come on now. I know I'm telling the TRUTH up in here. Some people ain't going to like it, but the truth is going to be the truth today in Jesus' name. Today in Jesus' name. Because y'all are culprits too. See, we can get on the man and talk about him cheating, but hold on. It took two to cheat. And some of y'all, you know you sitting up there fooling with a married man. You know you were trying to catch the attention of a married man. You know you spotted his wedding ring when he was going to the bathroom 4 weeks ago. You knew he was married. And you still put on something just to try to catch that man's attention. You was wrong for that, lady. And I'm going to call you out. Satan used you too. So while you applauding me talking about the men, hold on, I'm going to talk about you too, because you was involved too. You had no right doing what you did. Yes, he's handsome. Yes, he's attractive. And here's the funny part about it. For some women, they think married men, you better hear me good on this one. Hear me good. There's a lot of women who find married men more attractive anyway, because they get to have fun with you, take all the pleasure from you, get you in trouble, and then they can walk away. Hands free, ain't no problems. Destroyed your family, and they walk on and go to the next man. They got you. They done played around with you like you're a little toy. You're wrong, ladies. Not all y'all women, not everyone, but y'all understand. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And if you guilty of it, hey, you ain't got to tune back into my channel no more. I'm good with that. But I'm gonna tell you the truth today, because you're a culprit in destroying these families. Well, I didn't know, Now let me be clear. There are some sneaky men who is already going to cheat no matter what because they stopped wearing their wedding ring. Okay, that's a different story. Different story altogether. He wasn't no good, and if you end up with him, I promise you, you're going to be upset anyway, so who cares? So I ain't talking about the guy who was already trying to be a dirty dog anyway. Okay? I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about a good man. He was trying to be faithful, and then all of a sudden, here you come targeting him because you didn't care whether he was married or not. And so you purposely kept looking in his direction, waiting for his eyes to connect with yours. You knew he was married. You knew it. Doggone it. You knew it. Don't sit up there. Well, I didn't know. You did. You knew 4 weeks ago. You walked past his desk and saw that picture of him and his happy family and him standing next to his wife. You scoped him out. So stop playing like you didn't know. Women, a lot of y'all women, you're sneaky. You're just downright sneaky. You know what you're doing. So don't play with me like that. I'm just being honest. Enough is enough. Because here's the truth, ladies, and I'll close this video. But I got to tell some truth up in here today. The Bible says you shall know the truth, and then it shall set you free. You got to know the truth. Somebody ain't told you this truth in a long time, or if ever. Because all your girlfriends keep saying, girl, I would do him. But you don't do a man who's married. Leave him alone. Even if you find him attractive, there's many more men. Let me tell you why you don't want to do that, ladies. Let me help you with something. You got to understand, the Bible is very clear. It says you reap what you sow. And one day when you decide, okay, I'm no longer trying to play around with these men and I really want to get married and have some kids, I promise you, you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. You done put out foolery. You done sat up there and assassinated. Yeah, I'm going to use that word. You sat up there and assassinated some families. Because you just thought you was smoking hot because you've been to the gym 4 times a week. Doing them squats and them thigh things, you know what I mean? Tightening up your butt cheeks and everything else to get in that skirt. And now you attracting all these men and all this stuff. Come on now, I'm telling the truth up in here. And now you done trapped all these men playing the trap game. And now all of a sudden now you decide to switch games and you want to be a faithful wife now after you done sat up there and destroyed families. And then you think you're not going to get some repayment about that bad boy? Girl, you got to be kidding me. Girl, you cannot be a soldier in the devil's army and think he gonna reward you with good benefits with a faithful husband. Girl, you better knock it off. Shut them thighs and sit your hot tail down. Be respectful of the fact that, hey, he's married. I know he's attractive, but he's not available. And I would not want to do another woman the way I would not want to be done, or the way I wouldn't want to be done. That's how you show respect. Even if he smiles in your direction, he may be attractive. But you realize, you know what? Even if he slipped his ring off, he still got that shadow around that finger. That's more than enough to tell me, you know what? Why would I even want to be with a man like that? Because when it's my turn, I want a faithful man. So I'm going to show faithfulness before my God to show God, look, I'm attracted to him. I feel some kind of way about him. But guess what? He's somebody else's. And I'm going to show you that I can be a faithful woman. I can sit my hightail down and wait patiently for my good husband. Because I wouldn't want another woman doing my husband like I'm about to do this man's family. And God will honor you for that. Everybody wants sex. But nobody wants to think about the consequences afterwards. Sit your tail down. That coochie ain't worth it. Come on now. Come on now. Now that's the truth. You shall know the truth, and then it shall set you free. Everybody want to quote the scriptures. The truth will set you free. No, the problem is some of y'all don't want to accept the first half of it. You shall know the truth. You're not trying to know it. Know the truth first, and then it can help you. If you don't know nothing, guess what? You're going to ignore the truth and destroy your life. I'm giving you truth this morning. I'm giving you truth. I love my wife. She is a good woman. I ain't trying to break her heart just to get somebody else's little funky thighs. Please. We go out on dates. We spend time together. I hold her hand in public. Hear me good, guys, because some of y'all, this is another thing you do. You never hold your wife's hand no more. You don't want to put people in public knowing that you're married. You're wrong for that, bro. You wrong. And then all of a sudden, when you done messed up, now you want to come back crying to her, hoping she forgive you. Baby, please forgive me. I'm going to be faithful. No, kick rocks, dude. Kick rocks. You didn't even hold her hand. You didn't take her nowhere. You didn't want people knowing you was married. So guess what? You gonna get what you deserve. Why? Because you've been pretending like you ain't with her. So now you ain't gonna be with her. So now you thought Miss Hot Stuff with them hot drawers on was your thing, right? Now all of a sudden you want to come back to your wife talking about I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do it. Now you meant it. Now you just wishing you can hold her hand one more time. And you know what's going to kill your spirit, bro? The day you run into your wife at the mall with another man holding your woman's hand, that's going to kill you. Because you're going to say, you know what? Those fingers that he's holding, they used to be my fingers. That woman who he's hugging on, got his hands wrapped around her waist, that used to be my waist. But guess what? You wasted your opportunity to hold her around her waist. Now somebody else got her. Now you're pissed. Now you want to get mad. Oh, don't no other man call my children daddy. Well, guess what, bro? Had you kept your little pecker in your pants, no other man would have had an opportunity to call your woman, your ex-woman, excuse me, past tense, your ex-woman, daddy. Your ex-woman, because yeah, she gonna call him daddy too. Oh, that's gonna kill you when your woman call that other man daddy. Hey, daddy. Huh? But you didn't have no problem with old hot stuff. Hot Fanny was calling you daddy, even though you was married. Now another man is calling your wife, who used to be your woman, she calling him daddy, and your kids is enjoying him more than he's enjoying, they was enjoying you. See, there's a price to be paid. Stay with your family. Stay with your family. Let me say it one more time in closing. Stay with your family. But Brother Pat, but she's so attractive. That's great. I understand. But that doesn't mean she's yours. You already got somebody. Stay with your family. Because I promise you, the piece of fruit that looks ripe on the outside tend to always have some poison on the inside when it ain't your fruit. So stop trying to pluck fruit from another man's tree. Let that be somebody else's. You stay faithful to who God gave you. You be a man of God and you take care of your family. And then you can come back and tell your children how you almost fell, but you made it over. Hey, praise God. I'm out of here, y'all. Have a great Saturday. Share this video with somebody who you know need this video. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. Share it. And to that woman who keep trying to hit on, ladies who's tuned in, You know some of your girlfriends ain't no good. Send this video over to them. Now, they ain't got to watch the whole thing, because they'd be like, well, I ain't no guy. Why he talking to me? Why you sent this to me? You know how you can slide that bar up to a certain point? That point where I start talking about her messing over a married man? Just slide it up to that point and then say, girl, this was so funny. I just ran into something today. I just thought it was something. You know you got an agenda, though, because what you're trying to tell us, stop trying to go after these married men, because she thirsty. So just slide it to that point, okay? Just slide it to that point and let her hear that, because you know what? It takes two to tangle. All right? Have a great Saturday. Me and Nancy will be on tomorrow with another hot topic. Tune in at 9 a.m. Central. Me and Nancy will be on. I love y'all. Please share this video. Bye.